7. As I indicated, you received payment on the 25th of May. So if we look at the message where you've got the thumbs up and the thank you, the grateful hands, you say, please inform after doing it, Tumza, my notification is giving problems. That's still on the 24th. And then also still on the 24th, the Nixon Fetu. On the 25th is when you receive payment. Then on the 29th of May, you say, Tumza, I see DD is back. Let's move on our issues. Who's DD?
DD is Tumza's uncle.
Whose uncle?
Tumelo's uncle.
And who is he?
He passed away.
Can you give me his name?
DD Mabuza.
Is that the name?
Yes.
And what were you meaning by he's back?
Just before that, why do you call him DD? Isn't DD supposed to be initials of a person?
Like I said, commissioners, when Unku calls me or calls somebody boss, I automatically call boss. As to who he means, I don't know.
Is it?
But this is you writing here. This is not Unku. Sorry, Advocate. This is you saying, I see DD is back.
Yes, Commissioner.
So what is the name of this person that you call DD, and why do you call them DD?
He calls DD Mabuza DD.
But why is that not KM? Why is it DD?
That I'm not sure. And let me maybe not answer for Unku.
No, but
maybe he knows.
You saying DD. So you know the person as DD.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he calls him DD.
Okay. And this is in May 2019.
Yes, Commissioners.
Is DD not former Deputy President DD Mabuza, who was reappointed in May 2019 as the Deputy President?
DD
Sorry, can you please clarify the reappointment?
Yes. When President Ramaphosa was appointed in his full appointment after the general elections in May 2019, he appointed DD Mabuza as his Deputy President. Do you recall that?
I recall that.
Are you not referring to that DD?
No.
Okay.
I think in fairness to you, let's put this to you, that the person widely referred to as DD was the late Deputy President Mabuza. Your explanation your explanation why you say DD here was the uncle DD Mabuza is simply not, it doesn't add up, it's not satisfactory. And I want to suggest to you that you're not being honest in saying DD is DD Mabuza. I want to suggest you're not being honest. In all your exchanges here, Mr. Nku does not make any reference whatsoever to an uncle DD. There is the coincidence that, as Ms. Sigal says to you, that in this period, Deputy President Mabuza had just been reappointed, if that is the correct word, reappointed or re-elected Deputy President. And you're saying this is a reference to Mr. Mabuza. It's improbable. I want to suggest to you.
If it was DD Mabuza, I was going to say, why do I have to lie if it's DD Mabuza? Plus, he is normal. What will be my reason to say?
Well, Mr. Mabuza, as far as I remember, is also no more. But in that sense, I'll suggest to you why you would, the motive, or why you would not want to be honest about it. is because you would then have to account for what does moving on our issues have to do with DD, with Deputy President Mabuza. You would have to answer that question, and I suspect you find it more difficult to answer that than to say this was a reference to Mapatswe, to the late Mr. Mapatswe.
Please comment.
No comment.
And what had Mr. Kirby Mapatswe returned to?
What was?
What had he returned to, Mr. Kirby Mapatswe? You see that I see DD is back. What was he back to? What had he returned to?
No, I think Kebimba Pacho was out of the country. So I was saying to Mr. Nku, I see he is back. So let's move on our issues. As to what was the issues then, I don't remember.
And where had you seen that? Where had you seen that he was back? It was quite easy to know that the late Deputy President was back to his position because that would have been public knowledge. So you would know that he was back. And how would you have known that Mr. Kirby Mapatswe is back? You say, I see. You are not saying
Obviously,
Mr. Nku has told you.
Obviously, I would be seeing him on TV.
He can be on TV even if he's abroad. He can be on TV even if he's abroad.
No, I can't be saying he's back while I'm seeing him abroad on TV. He must have been landed in our country.
No. You can see him on your TV screen even if he is abroad. That is what I mean. So it cannot be an answer that it was because you saw him on TV. That doesn't necessarily tell you that he's back. We see people who are in Russia, who are in Kenya, who are in Nigeria, we see them on TV screens. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are in South Africa.
But I'd be saying he is back where? I'm saying he's back in the country.
I should be the one putting questions to you. And I started this by saying to you that it makes more sense that perhaps it was the late Deputy President because you would have seen that he was back to his position as the Deputy President of the country, not of the party. You would have seen that because it would have been public knowledge. So it makes sense for you to say, I see that he is back. But with Mr. Kirby Mapatswe, it's not necessarily the same, and that is why I was asking, and how would you have known, or how would you have seen, because you say you've seen this for yourself, basically, and not necessarily that you heard from Mr. Nku. And all you are able to tell us is that it's because you saw him on TV, and I'm saying to you that's not an answer. So that takes me back to the point that it makes more sense that you were probably talking about the Deputy President of the country. Your comment?
No comment.
Can I pick it up from there? You see, Chief Mashaba, in the era of Google, you shouldn't be lying about facts that are publicly verifiable. And what you are doing now is you are lying to the Commission. And what you are doing now is you are lying to the Commission. And I don't often use that word, lying. I prefer somebody's untruthful. The elections in May 2019 were around the 8th. By the 13th, the results were known. And on this day, the 29th, President Ramaphosa announced his cabinet. So it is obvious, looking at those facts, that the person you are referring here to is then Deputy President DD Mabuza and nobody else. So you're simply not being truthful with the evidence you are giving. And the question is why? Why are you lying on such a meaningless issue? This is a side issue in the greater scheme of things. Why are you lying about it?
I'm not lying, Commissioners. Can I please? I know Mr. Ngu calls KVDD. Like I'm saying, if it was DD Mabuza, I would see no reason to lie about a late person.
Chief, If it was Kebi Mapatswa, he only came into office on the 15th of June 2019 after Mr. Jeff Radebe resigned from his seat. So how would you know in May, on the 29th of May 2019, that he was going to take over from Mr. Jeff Radebe when he resigned?
Kevin Mapatwe,
Yes.
please repeat the question.
You say this is a reference to Kebi Mapatswa, and this is on the 29th of May, right? On the 29th of May, he wasn't part of a member of parliament. He only became a member of parliament on the 15th of June 2019, after Mr. Jeff Radebe resigned from his seat. You know that. So how could you know on the 29th of May that he was back, that he was going to get back into as a member of parliament?
Now that you're telling me, what I was meaning here is he's back in the country. Now that you are reminding me, I remember maybe he was back for this, I don't know.
You see, you referred to the is back, let's move on our issues. You're tying the two together, which means the person is back in some kind of a position where it will allow you to move on with your issues, you and Mr. Nku to move on with your issues. There must be a link between the person being back and you being able to move on with your issues.
I know that there was a lot that he was doing for Nku as an anchor.
Do you accept as a fact that President Ramaphosa announced his 2019 cabinet on 29 May 2019? Do you accept that as a fact? It's a matter of relative ease for that to be proved. Do you accept that?
I accept that. Now you are saying the date.
It was 29 May. And the date of this, the date of this chat is also exactly that same date, 29 May 2029. Do you see that?
I see that, Commissioner.
And who had returned to their position on that date between Mr. Kebi Mapatswa and Deputy President DD Mabuza? Or let me ask the question differently. You must accept that Deputy President DD Mabuza had returned to his position of Deputy President of the country. You accept that as well?
I was not talking about the position here, Chair.
Now I'm asking you the question. Do you accept that on that date, 29 May 2019, when
Yes.
the cabinet was announced, he returned to his position of the Deputy President of the country? You accept that?
Yes, I accept.
What you are refusing to accept is that you are talking about him here, DD, that is back. And he could only have been back to his position as the Deputy President of the country.
Yes, I don't mean DD.
And
I mean the anchor.
And what had he held, it takes us back to him having been outside and going outside of the country, and coincidentally now he's back on the 29th, back in the country. I will tell you that in the face of the facts that you and I have just gone through, what you say doesn't make sense altogether. What makes sense is that you are referring to Deputy President Mabuza. That's the only thing that makes sense in the circumstances.
I wouldn't comment any further, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, if I can just finish the last point on this. The last chat that I want to, because it,
Sorry, can I just finish something on this? Because you're going to another chat.
May I ask the evidence leaders, I said it's a matter of relative ease to get the evidence so that it doesn't appear that we are working on mere surmise or, on non-existent facts. May I ask the evidence leaders to get evidence on this?
We will
could
check.
just be a document making the actual announcement. And as you know, that document would be admissible evidence here because in commissions, there are no strict rules as those rules that apply in, for example,
We will do
court
so, Chair.
proceedings. And by the look of things, we will still be here tomorrow, and that document will be put to Chief
We will check.
Mashaba. But anyway, he said he doesn't deny it, but we'll still need that document or that proof.
We will do so.
Sorry, Chair. I suppose it would apply to what you put to him, that the rally had to do with the elections and other things.
Well, he
So those
referred to
3
the
days.
rally. Yes.
Chief, assuming, and I just want to explore this a bit, assuming or accepting that, for purposes of this, that DD referred to there is the uncle, and in particular Mr. Kebima Patswe, we get to this WhatsApp on the 29th of May, having looked at the earlier WhatsApps about the search for the gold and the search for the dollars and the 4 million rand. So at least we've now, as at this point, identified specific projects that you were doing with Mr. Nku, at least those 2. Now my question is, if you are saying to him, because this is you speaking, you say, Didi, your uncle is back, let's move on our issues. What involvement did his uncle that you say here have, or what involvement did his uncle have in your issues with Mr. Nku? Because this must mean that there had been dealings that involved or touched upon his uncle. That is why you say your uncle is back, let's move on with our issues. Can you just explain the involvement of the uncle?
Like I said, that his uncle maybe would assist as an uncle. Maybe would be in his businesses, but to my benefit, it would mean maybe I'll use it at my advantage, maybe for a growth career-wise.
That's not my question. You see, your statement is very firm. Now that your uncle is back, let's move on our issues. And I'm saying to you, the premise for this is his uncle was involved in something that you and Mr. Nku were dealing with, your issues. That's the only way this makes sense, because it seems to come out of nowhere. There's no discussion earlier on, there's no mention of him, the person that you say is the uncle. So it happens suddenly here in this WhatsApp where he gets mentioned. So I'm saying, well, there is you have a context to it of this uncle's involvement in your issues. And I must say, the answer can't be maybe. It has to be a firm answer. You can't say maybe it was about him in his businesses. He was involved in something that you and Mr. Nku were. And it's you talking, yes. It's you talking. So
Yes.
You must know what the uncle was involved with that concerned you and Mr. Nku. And I'm asking you, what was that?
Assisting Nku in his businesses.
All right. Thanks,
No,
Mr.
no, no,
Commissioner.
no. It's our issues. It's our issues. You cannot exclude yourself. No.
Well, what benefits Nku will benefit me as a friend, or yes, I agreed already
And
that
getting more monies like you got the 20,000, it benefits you in that sense?
not monies, commissioners.
Benefits you in
It
what
benefits
sense?
me career-wise.
How?
Well, I wouldn't say how, but
I'm asking you how. So you must please say how, because I'm asking you.
when I say career-wise, obviously, I would mean growing at work.
How
Be
so?
it-
How so? How does that come about? How do you grow as a result of Mr. Yes, coming back.
Well, maybe here I would mean a position, maybe.
So do you mean Mr. Mabuza would assist you progress professionally?
Would that, yes,
And would that be proper?
it won't be proper, Commissioners.
Thank
I
you,
think
Chair.
sorry, we must remind ourselves of the guarantee Mr. Nku made to you in February. He guaranteed you a formidable financial future. That's the guarantee he made to you on the 18th of February 2019. He said types of opportunities will be opened up. I can only guarantee a formidable financial future. Remember that?
I remember that, Commissioner.
So our businesses must be financially related benefit to you. Do you accept that?
I accept that,
Thank you.
Commissioner.